It's now No Shave November, which is in recognition of prostate cancer awareness, and we just came out of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so I thought I'd put up some videos regarding alternative cancer treatment protocols. First thing I like to point out is that the information you see and hear in this video should not be considered as a treatment or cure for cancer or any other disease or condition. I'm simply sharing information, and I always suggest that you consult with your doctor before taking any course of action or trying any supplement or nutritional product. Though a lot of the things that you'll see and hear on these different sites have been proven and have actually eliminated cancer in thousands of people, it still can't be considered a cure. For example, in the US, only the FDA can classify something as a cure. So even if something has literally eliminated cancer in a patient, it can't be called a cure unless the FDA approves it as such. A lot of people say, a lot of people, including doctors, say that if there were a cure or multiple cures for cancer, then they would be out there. They would know about it. And one of the answers I like to give is that if a cure was made available, then it would be fiscally unresponsible for a pharmaceutical company to come out with it, because they would essentially be putting themselves out of business. It would be, morally it would be good, and ethically it would be good to come out with a cure, but it would be fiscally irresponsible because the money made selling anti-cancer drugs and treatment protocols would be wiped out with the cure. Another thing I like to say is that in medical school, alternative and unconventional treatment methods are not taught to doctors. So that's the reason why a lot of doctors aren't aware of these things. And the sad thing is, a lot of doctors think that if something really worked, they would be taught about it in medical school. So if they hear about something they didn't learn in medical school, a lot of doctors automatically think that it's quack science or ineffective. Okay, the site I have here displayed is called The Truth About Cancer. It's a good site for finding out factual information. They actually have this documentary they show. You can see in the top right, the banner, where it says 131 doctors, scientists, and survivors. It's a documentary, and it's actually aired several times a year for free. They show it on YouTube and directly on their site. Each episode is like an hour long, and you hear testimonials from cancer survivors. You'll learn from doctors. Now, these are medical doctors all over the world that are successfully treating cancer patients. And you'll also learn from doctors that are cancer doctors. You'll learn the thing that they would do from day one if they got diagnosed with cancer. And I'm going to scroll down so you can see some of the information on their site. And they're connected with over 200 doctors. And I'm going to go to their page that they use to promote start this video.
You cannot escape this avalanche. It has intruded into every corner of the globe. It's engulfed this planet and wreaked havoc upon men, women, and children alike. It has torn apart husbands, wives, mothers, and fathers from their precious children and grandparents from their grandchildren. It's the curse of our time, the dreaded disease, cancer. And I know it has affected your life and your loved ones. And I guess you're not satisfied with the answers that you've been given. Maybe you can't shake the question, what if there is a better way? What if we do not have to suffer? What if people are tragically dying without having access to what truly works? What if there are more effective treatments and preventions that will make cancer a disease of the past? Welcome to The Truth About Cancer, a global quest. If these are questions you've been asking, you're about to see some things that will shock you. This is going to be an epic journey of a lifetime, traveling to the corners of the globe in search of the answers, the true cures for cancer. I'm going to introduce you to over 100 experts spread across the globe in over 20 countries who have stood up against the lies that have been perpetrated and are teaming together to give you the answers. These doctors, scientists, researchers, and cancer survivors are breaking their code of silence to reveal to you insights and solutions that you likely have never heard of, bringing you the reality that you do not have to fear cancer, and you can prevent and even beat it without harming your body. Get ready for a life-changing adventure where you come along with us to experience the beauty of foreign lands, the untold stories, and the brilliance of medical minds achieving developments in cancer treatments. Launching from traveling from coast to coast in the United States, venturing through neighboring Canada and Mexico, taking our team through Latvia to see and experience places I had heard little about in a journey to find information to save lives. We learned about the most advanced treatments and preventions of cancer from the world's best doctors, scientists, and researchers that presented documented evidence that cancer can, in fact, be beaten and prevented. Wait till you hear the amazing stories of the survivors and how they defeated cancer. The truth is, this feat of traveling across the globe in search of the truth about cancer began with heartbreak for me. I lost my father because I didn't have the answers that were there, but I just didn't know about them. That's why I created the series, so that you could see what I wish I saw 20 years ago before that traumatic time in my life. Dad was the first of my 7 family members that died. I know you can relate to the feeling that I felt, that there was nothing I wouldn't have done, no stone left unturned to save my father. The feeling of wanting to go to the ends of the earth to find the answers never left me, and even after he was treated with barbaric surgery that led to his death just 25 days later, I could never shake the feeling of fulfilling the mission that was whispered in my heart to take a quest across the globe to find the answers. You know, I'm not there anymore today, but for a good long time, I was angry about losing Dad. I was angry about losing everyone else. I was angry that these truths are being suppressed. I was angry that people were dying because of money, because of the fact that the cancer industry is run by greed. It's really, greed is at the heart of this industry.
It's been the beauty that's come from the ash heap of death and loss and sorrow. And I just can't imagine life any other way. We know what it is to suffer, and so when people are out there suffering and groping in the dark for answers, we have light.
Well, I wouldn't have made it without her. Wouldn't have made it without you. Because the first couple of years were the hardest time. And she wasn't exaggerating. You know, I would come home and just cry. And she'd be there. So thank you. I love you too. Couldn't have made it without her. Everybody thought I was so strong, but I really wasn't. That's why this is our mission again. And they're your parents too.
And this is for you, Dad, my hero. You went to the ends of the earth for me, and this is my gift back to you. If you don't want to miss the opportunity to come on this journey across the globe with us in this free 9-day docuseries, make sure you enter your name and email on this page so we can send you the details when it opens live to the world beginning October 13th. I look forward to seeing you there.
There's no doubt that if we had
access to a documentary with the information that's contained in the 9 days of the global quest, that we could have saved Dad's life. I have no doubt that we could have.
And they showed the documentary several times per year for free. And then you could also buy the DVDs from them. And you could also find it in places like YouTube. They'll have the documentary. And here's another site I like. It's called The Big Cancer Lie. With some shocking information that a lot of people aren't aware of. And the product they sell is actually a book which details alternative cancer treatments. You'll find out about some things that presidents have used, congressmen. You'll see things mentioned in prestigious medical journals. All factual information, verifiable information. And a lot of the things that are mentioned by these people that are selling these books can be found for free if you scour and search the internet. But they put it all together in one place. So it's worth it if you could afford to get the book. And what shocks a lot of people when they find out about these things are that there are a lot of doctors and professors and people that they respect providing endorsements of certain protocols and alternative treatments. And I'm going slow so that you could see the information here. And one thing you should know is that there's nothing that works for everybody. You need to not think that just because you see somebody saying that they've been treated successfully that it's going to work for you. You should always consult with your doctor. I'm not going to keep going through the page, but I mean, you have the address, so you could come here yourself. This is a good video, so I'll play this.
And you're in the health profession. It's fairly simple. Begin to cure incurable diseases.
It would ruin the economy. Billions of dollars.
Cancer is one of the richest multi-billion-dollar industries in the world, and every cancer patient is a commodity.
The huge pharmaceutical companies have everybody in their pocket, from the president on down to the senator's representative. Everybody gets paid.
There are laws against healing cancer. The doctor is not allowed to try anything else. He must use only those treatments that have already proven to be failures. Imagine what we could do if this could be accepted. But there are laws against it. You're not allowed to heal. There's too much money to be made on drugs.
The FDA passed a law. They wrote their own law
and it says only a drug can be used to treat, prevent, or cure a disease. Which means if I say an orange cures scurvy, I go to prison. That's illegal in America.
If there is a medicinal claim, which means that the product is used to assist, support, correct a particular disease or disorder, you immediately come under medicinal law.
So hold on a second. That means that even if you had a proven natural remedy, a natural cure, if you
You're not allowed to sell it or promote it. Having a product and making a cancer claim is one of the best ways of finding yourself behind bars.
Behind bars. Take a close look at this guy. He's in a maximum security prison in Westchester with some of the most dangerous criminals in the state. His bail's been set at almost $1 million. But he's not a murderer. He's not a rapist or a drug dealer. Believe it or not, the reason this guy's behind bars is because of these. Apricot seeds. Yup, apricot seeds. And it's what he says these seeds can do that has landed him in jail.
All I want to do is help. I want to heal. I want to bring out the truth.
His name is Jason Vale.
It's in the food. It's in the seed. Let me take back the word cure. I don't want to be in trouble for saying the word cure, which you can't say.
But the reality is Jason is in big trouble as he sits in jail awaiting sentencing on contempt charge.
This is a cesspool, and the American people are left helpless.
We started out on the wrong foot, we stayed on the wrong foot for 100 years, and we are paying the price.
Heavy trading today in the biopharma sector.
Blockbuster cancer drug Erbitux racked up nearly $425 million in sales.
You have this entire industry that is not going to just pack up and go away. This is a business.
But there's some good news. Canadian research team has come up with DCA. They believe it's a cheap and simple drug that kills almost all cancers. You heard that right. The real story is, you can't have it. Not because it's unsafe, but because your blood's going to shoot.
I'm not going to keep playing that because it goes on for a long time, but you could come back to the site and see it. TheBigCancerLie.com. Now this is an ebook, electronic book. I'm going to scroll through here. And like I said, a lot of these people are selling books that have the information that you see, that the teaser information they mentioned on the webpage. You can find a lot of this by just researching a lot of the doctors. And you can see a lot in YouTube. So don't think just because they're selling it means that they're just making up things just to sell a book. Another thing I want to show you is this page here. It's about the Encyclopedia of Medical Breakthroughs and Forbidden Treatments. And I want to show you this because it's not just about cancer, it's about other conditions as well. It's one of my favorite books. And they make a lot of what seem like wild claims, but They back it up with factual, verifiable information. And in a second, I'll show you the book, what the book looks like. It's a PDF version, which is an electronic version of the book that you could download and put on your computer or tablet, your smartphone. Notice this guy is a professor at Ohio State University School of Medicine. Some really good testimonials. The book itself has some amazing information in it. And I love that they back everything up with references and places where you could go to verify that the information is factual and not some exaggeration or hyped up statement. And the web address is realmedicalhelp.com. It's a rather long page, so I'm just going to get to the bottom of it. When you have time, you should come here and thoroughly read this page. But this is what the book looks like. I have the electronic version open here. And they have the table of contents. And it goes on and on for nearly 400 pages. Another book I want to show you is this. It's called Cancer Breakthrough. It's about USA cancer treatment facilities. Some amazing places here inside the U.S. that are successfully treating cancer. They give you background information on the doctors, their treatment protocols, and also how to contact them. Another book I want to show you. It's by the same author, but it's about German clinics. And they detail one that a famous U.S. president and several other famous people went to get treated. You can see here some of the people: Ronald Reagan, Liz Taylor, Cher, Susan Summers, George Hamilton. And like the other book, they profile different doctors, their treatment protocols, their clinics, and has their contact information. And like I said, the reason I showed you these things is I don't want people to look at these things as a definite cure or something that's meant to cure, treat, or alleviate their condition. I just want people's eyes to be open to the fact that maybe they should look into alternatives, because a lot of people only think in regards to cancer that the only thing you can do is surgery, radiation, and chemo. And there's lots of other protocols you could follow. So I'd advise you to do some research on this information and then consult with your doctor. And if you don't have a medical doctor that specializes in or is aware of various alternative protocols, as you've seen through some of the other videos and in this video, there are a lot of doctors, medical doctors, that are aware of such alternative treatments and protocols. So perhaps you could consult with them. I hope you enjoy this video, and as always, nothing here should be considered as a treatment, cure, or something meant to alleviate any condition or disease. Thanks for watching.